Welcome back to my channel. I'm AK Mulford, a full-time author and part-time chaos gremlin, sharing with you behind-the-scenes author life and helpful but unhinged writing advice. And today I am about to embark on my fifth and final 3-day 30K challenge for the year. I'm attempting to write 30,000 words in 3 days. This is a little short, bite-sized writing challenge that I started this year, even though I've been doing them for many years on my own. But then some people were bananas enough who wanted to join me on this journey. And so slowly this has grown into a challenge that we do quarterly throughout the year. And so this is the last one for the year for November. I have 3 days. Hopefully we'll be writing 30,000 words. That is the goal, at least for me. There are lots of different sized challenges within the challenge. So 30K is like the big boss battle one. And then there's ones of all varying sizes. There's ones of like 6,000 words over 3 days, or some people are doing revisions and they're doing hours and counting their hours instead of words. But yeah, no, it's super fun. There's like a little handy dandy notebook that is in the resources group of the Discord group. And so lots of fun little gamified things to make the challenge fun. But for me, my goal is to start drafting my next book in my Dreamslayer series. Dreamslayer is a dark sapphic fantasy about a dream who falls in love with a nightmare, and it is coming out next year with Harper Voyager. And so it is time to start on book 2 already, which seems so far away. It's not coming out, book 2 is not coming out until 2027, but the manuscript is due to my editor in August of 2026. It is November of 2025 right now, so I'm drafting the second book. Right, there's a lot of math going around. I have just finished the developmental edits of Dreamslayer, so I'm really like deep in the story right now, which is perfect. And I've been kind of plotting and brainstorming book 2 for over 2 years now. So I've been itching to like get into it for a while. So hopefully that'll help me draft the book faster because I kind of know what's going to happen in each scene. I don't overly plot the story with like lengthy scene descriptions. I give myself like 1 to 2 sentences per scene of what I want to have happen. But because I've mapped out beginning to end, I feel like I have like a very clear sense of what I want to do when I dive into the story. I've done this challenge 4 times already this year. Some I've hit bigger word count goals at like 35K. Some I've done like 21K when I've been doing revisions. So we'll see how we go this time. I've had many a hurdle thrown in my way over these challenges with kids getting sick or different things like, you know, life happening. So I never know if it how it's going to turn out. So the goal is 30K, but we'll see. You never know what might happen. So that is the plan. That's what I hope to achieve. But we'll see how we go. Wish me luck. It is the morning of day 1. It's 9:30 a.m. I woke up with delusions of grandeur of being able to get some writing done before my kids woke up this morning. But the moment I got out onto the balcony to get some writing done, they all woke up. But I have some YouTube live writing sprints that I'm doing each day of the challenge. So I'm going to be hopping on YouTube Live, doing 4 Pomodoros. That starts at 10. So I'm just getting my office tidied up and ready to go for the day. Often I find that I write faster in the afternoon, evenings during these challenges because I'm like, the story's like already in there and I've flexed the muscles of like getting out of feeling stuck so many times throughout the day that by the time the evening rolls around, I can just like bang out a few hundred words pretty quickly each sprint, but I'm not there yet. I can feel it in my brain. I'm not in flow yet. So I need to get through that like sticky brain feeling to get into flow. And that honestly, I think that most people stop before they get into flow because it's such an unfun feeling when like the words are very clunky and it's not coming out right and your brain's buffering and it's taking you a while to come up with the next word. And then after a while, you're just like, brrr, and it's all coming out. And yeah, but it takes a while to get into that. I definitely have lots of like hacks and things to get into that brain faster, but I know it's just like the biggest way is to just keep going until you get there. Sometimes I do this challenge away, like in a hotel or something. This time I'm doing this challenge at home, which means a lot of other hurdles that I'm jumping over throughout the day. So yeah, we'll see how we go, but I'm excited to get going on this book. I've been thinking about it for so long, so I'm excited to sink my teeth into it. And yeah, hopefully we'll get 30K done over the course of 3 days. All right, it is just after midday. We've finished our live writing sprints, and oh, that was so good. I got so much done. I did over 1,000 words each Pomodoro, like 1,000 words every 25 minutes, which was bananas. But also, I just like there was so much motivation with other people doing the sprints with me, and also because I kept my mic on for the sprints on YouTube, I wanted there to be the sound of the keys. Like, I didn't want there to be too many breaks from the sound of the keys, and even some people commented they really liked hearing like the pace of my keyboard going so that they could kind of keep pace with it, and kind of encouraging people to keep going. What it did for me was that it helped me stay in flow and like keep the writing even when I wanted to like pause. So it worked for me as well, trying to keep the sound of the keys going. So we're sitting at just under 5,000. So halfway there for today, and I'm going to take a break and have some lunch and spend some time with the family, and then I'm going to get some more done tonight. We're doing a YouTube live each day, and I think that will be a really great way to kick off the day for me and get going for the day. Hopefully get to about 5K by midday, and I tend to do a lot of sprints at night as well, and so I will be picking up the pace in the evening also. But my goal today is to do more than 10K because I want to kind of front load this challenge just in case, like many of these challenges, I've had kids who've gotten sick or other things have happened. So I'm trying to do more at the start. But yeah, that was a great way to kick that off. And if you're watching this and missed the lives, they'll still be available in replay. So if you want to do some Pomodoro sprints, you'll be able to just jump into those lives as well and still get the benefit of those sprints. So hopefully that will be still a good resource for people even after the challenge is done. But yeah, that was so good. I feel so motivated now. I'm gonna go have a lunch break and then get back into it. All right, it is almost 5 o'clock. I've had a very successful afternoon. I am sitting around 10,600 words for today. It's been really good because I've been doing more than 2,000 words an hour right now. So it's meant that I've hit 10K pretty quickly. Normally it takes me longer to get there, but I think because I've been thinking about this book for so long, I knew exactly what I wanted to write, so the words are happening really fast for me. And because I've been kind of like forcing myself not to write it for so long, I have all this like pent up energy of like, I have to write this book. I need to write this book. I want to write it so badly and I won't let myself. So now it's like, it's just all coming out. So it's good. But it's only like 5 o'clock. I've had a shower, I'm about to cook dinner. So I'm doing family stuff for the next hour or two. And then I'm going to try and do some more because now that I've gotten in my head, our lives are so unpredictable, right? Like there could be all sorts of things that get in the way. So while I have the energy and the words are coming fast, I want to like get as much done as I can today of this challenge, day one of the challenge. So to hopefully give myself a little bit of an easier time, day 2 and day 3. It would be great if I could get to like 14 to 15K today, because then even if my goal is 34K, I only have to write 10K on Sunday and then Monday. So that is my plan. We'll see how we go, but any more words I can get done will be good. So more is better, but I'm not going to beat myself up if it's not perfection. I think a lot of people have these really big goals and then they don't hit them, and it's like you still did 3 times as much as you would have done on your own on a normal day. So like that's still a huge win in my book. I consider that a success. So hopefully that's kind of what people are thinking in the group, but already people are hitting some really big goals and it's awesome to see. And I love all that energy. Just everybody's so supportive and helping each other out and jumping in and sharing ideas and tips and cheering each other on. And I just really love that kind of supportive group energy that's happening. And it's so uplifting for me. It kind of keeps me motivated when I'd want to stop and like slow down. So I'm just kind of buzzing off of the group energy. I love that we get to do this together, and I'm just so grateful that so many people have wanted to join in on it, because it started off with like 5 people who I thought might do this challenge together, and now there's like over 500 people, like 550 people in the Discord group now, and it seems to keep growing. And it's just, I love that we're all just like giving each other this energy to get work done together. So yeah, it's really special, and I feel very grateful for that. All right, enough of the wishy-washy feelings. Time to get some writing done. Well, first time for dinner and then time to get some more writing done. It is 8:30 and I am calling it for the night. I did another like 6 writing sprints in the Discord group, which was so good this afternoon. Really like took off. I feel like the evening I end up hitting another stride. And so my goal was to do 14,000 so that I could hit my 34K goal. And I ended up doing 15,720, which I think is a new record for me. I don't think I've done more than that ever in a day. Bananas. I think I had a lot of starting energy for this project because I'd been thinking about it so long, but still, my body is telling me it's time to slow down now. So I'm going to take the rest of the evening off, go read some books and hang out with the fam, and then off to the races tomorrow. But that means I have slightly less to do tomorrow and Monday, which is great. So that is the plan. And yeah, off to bed now. What a great start to the challenge. I still can't believe it. It is day 2 of the 3-day 30K. I'm aiming for 10,000 words today. We'll see how we go. But right now, my brain is feeling like more in the story than in reality. Like, I feel like I could make decisions faster for my main characters than I could for myself at this point. Like, I feel like it would take more steps for me to figure out how to make a cup of coffee, like all of the steps required for that, than it would being like, where should they go next in this adventure and things like that. So I feel very much in the story now. So I'm going to do like a real quick, like 10-minute sprint. It's like 9 a.m. now, just to dust the cobwebs off of my brain and kind of get going for the day. And then we're doing our YouTube live writing sprints at 10. We'll see how we go. You know, no day is created equal, no hour is created equal when it comes to writing. Whatever I felt like my capacity was, one writing sprint is completely different than the next. So I'm trying to like keep that in mind and just be kind to myself, especially at the start of the day when my brain's not braining quite as fast and trying to compare myself to when I was in flow. So I'm trying to be gentle, go slow, get warmed up for the day, and then get a bunch of writing done. You're hungry? What would you like to eat? What do we have? We have toast, we have cereal, we have muesli. We've got toast, we've got cereal, we've got muesli. Muesli, okay. Little jaunty doggy. Little ziggy dog. Right. We are live! Hooray! Oh my goodness. 3-day 30K writing challenge, day 2. Hump day. We're in the middle of it. We're in the thick of it. Definitely a little less shiny than yesterday. Definitely feeling a little bit more tired and sleepy. Plus it's raining. But I also feel like very connected to my stories now. Hello, welcome everyone. Thanks for coming and writing with me today. I have finished those writing sprints. It is almost 12:30 and I am sitting at 5,390 words for the day so far. That was my goal, was to hit 5K by midday so that I could take a break, have lunch, hang out, take a couple hours off to rest my hands and kind of like brainstorm what I'm going to write next in the story. And then I'm going to hop back in, do a few more sprints before dinner. And then after dinner, I think I'll do what I did yesterday and do quite a few sprints to kind of get to that 10K goal at least. But I'm already at 21K words for the challenge so far, which is awesome. But I'm gonna try and get to 10K at least today. Maybe we'll try and do even a little bit more. Depends how I feel. I'm very conscious of being protective of my hands and not doing too much or overstraining my hands because, you know, this is how I do my job. I need these to do my job. So My plan is to do as much as my brain and my body is able to do in a day, and then we'll see whatever is left for tomorrow. We'll get done then. Tomorrow, I'm thinking I'll go to the library. So this weekend has been mostly writing from home because it's been rainy. But tomorrow, I think writing at the library will help a lot. We'll see how we go, but so far I'm feeling really good. It's been an absolute joy getting to work on this project that I've been wanting to write for so long, and also just the energy of everybody in the group has been so fantastic. I love seeing everybody sharing their tips and tricks and cheering each other on, and yeah, there's just like some really beautiful energy going on in the group. So it's been really good, and yeah. All right, 5K in, halfway through my goal for today, and I'm going to take a break now. It's a little after 1. I've had a little lunch break and just regrouped for a bit. My partner's taken my kiddos out to an indoor playground because it's a rainy day, so they should be gone for the next few hours. I was going to take a longer lunch break, but because they're not here right now, I feel like I need to seize upon that opportunity of having a quiet house to get some more writing done while nobody's here and there's no distractions. And hopefully that'll mean I can get more done. So later on when they're home, I can spend more time with them. And then once they're either in bed for the night or in their post-dinner hangout screen time phase, I'll be able to get some writing done then. But, never miss an opportunity for some peace and quiet, right? During the writing sprints, I got a lot done, but I kind of jumped the gun a little bit on some of the scenes. I kind of like jumped ahead in the plot from like what I was meant to do. Maybe I was too eager to get to some scenes. So I have to go back and kind of recalibrate a few of the scenes, or what I might do is just write them out of order in the manuscript. And then when I go back and I'm starting to do my revisions and edits, I'll go back and put them in the right spots then. But so that's my goal for now, is to get all of those scenes I skipped over written and then jump back into the plot. So let's go. All right, it is 3:30 now. Kiddos are home, so now time to jump into parenting life. But I am now at 7,578 words for today, which is awesome. So I'm going to do family time, dinner, all of that. And then I will come back and jump back in for another few sprints once the sun has set in the evening time. With the goal of getting to at least 10K, but I'm hoping to do a little bit more. Although I'm starting to have the problem that happens to me with all of these challenges, where I start to realize that I will hit the end and then all of the momentum will start to slow down, then I'm getting to the end faster than 30,000 words. So if I get there before 30K, then I have no more to write. And I could add in a little bit more, but that's really what revisions are for. And I like to do the fast draft beginning to end and then let it rest, like dough needing to rise. And then I come back and start layering in all of the stuff. So I don't like jumping back into other parts of the manuscript, even the parts I know need filling. So I'm at 23,298 words total right now. So hopefully we have at least another 7,000 words. It is a romantasy, so when in doubt, add a few more spicy scenes, right? So that's the plan. We'll see how we go. But I'm feeling pretty good about it. And so I'm gonna take a break and do some cook dinner, hang with the kiddos, and then hop back into it this evening. Okay, I may have lost my mind. So I've done a little over 12,000 words so far. It is nighttime. We're winding things down. It's only like 7 o'clock, but gosh, I feel like it's midnight. I've been writing all day. And I was like, cool, I've hit my word count goal for today. I've surpassed it. But then I did the math and I figured out if I write 2001 more words today, that I will have hit 30K in 2 days, which is completely insane. I've never done that before. So I'm going to try and do it. We'll see. I mean, what's 2,000 more words at this point, right? And I have an idea for the next scene. But I mean, technically, if I do 2,000 more words, I will have finished the challenge today in 2 days instead of three, which is bananas. And then, yeah, but I'm going to rally and still do more tomorrow because we've got Zoom sprints and stuff tomorrow. But what I think I might do is start working on a different project, not Dreamslayer Book 2, but my Patreon series that's coming out next year. It's a co-authored series with my Maple Hollow co-author, K.L. Morrison. It's called The Sapphic Monster Mating Agency. It's going to be so much fun. But it's going to be like spicy, paranormal, but cozy, funny. And each month, patrons will get a new episode of these monsters being paired off with their true loves by this agency. And I think it's going to be really fun, and I'm excited to dive into it. And that might be something that I can write tomorrow if I finish Dreamslayer Book 2 tonight, or I'm nearly finished. We'll see how much I get done. I think I have more than to do than I will get done tonight. But if I just need something to write on and something I don't have to think too deeply about, because that one's already plotted as well, I will start working on that and do 2 projects over this challenge to keep the momentum going. So that is my plan. I feel like I become completely unhinged and totally untethered during these challenges, but you know, just we're gonna embrace the crazy and go for it. So wish me luck. 2,000 more words. 2001, that one word. I did it. I am sitting at 30,229 words for today, day 2. So technically, I have finished the 3-day 30K challenge in 2 days. But am I stopping? No. I'm going to keep going tomorrow. I'm so proud of myself. I can't believe it. I don't know where that final push came from. Some of those words are pretty weird, but actually, I really liked what I wrote in that last bit. I only have a few more scenes to write in Dreamslayer now, so it will probably be finished early on tomorrow, and I'll have to jump into another project to complete the challenge. So that is my plan. But now I'm going to watch some crappy TV, decompress, just watch some comfort shows and have a snack and just like veg for a couple of hours to decompress my brain, stretch my hands, and get ready for the last day. Good morning. It is day 3, the final day of the 3-day 30K writing challenge. And boy, am I tired. I had another big sleep in, and I had kiddos up in the night, so it was a disjointed sleep, and I'm definitely feeling a little worse for wear today for all sorts of reasons. But I'm technically, I've already written 30,000 words, so I could stop today, but I'm not going to. I had that number 34K in my head from the start. I liked the idea of saying I did 150K over 15 days. I don't know why. Maybe my brain just needs it to align that way. My neurodivergent brain is really rearing its ugly head this morning. But I feel like I can definitely get 4K done today. But then another part of me is like, well, what's a few more? How many could we do today? I've done 15 the last 2 days. I don't think I think each day I'm doing slightly less. So I feel like doing another 15 might kill me. It might be too much. But I want to I mean, we'll see. I always feel like it's impossible in the morning, and by the evening I'm like, okay, go on. I'll do a couple more. Last night I was like, okay, I'm done at 12K, and then I'm like, but if I do 2,000 more words, I will have hit 30K. And there was a whole conversation. My best friend and co-author Kale Morrison was like, "No, that's sensible. Stop now so you can do more tomorrow." And then 5 minutes later, I'm like, "I'm doing it. I'm going back in the group. I'm writing 2,000 more words." And she was just like, "Of course you are. Of course you are." Our classic, like, black cat energy, golden retriever energy. I'm definitely the golden retriever of our duo. But I did it. And I've never done that before. I've never written 30,000 words in 2 days before. So that feels bananas to me. And now I'm like, could I do 40K in 3 days? I've never done that before. Could I do more than that? No, I don't. No, there's an upper limit, because I am very conscious of the difference between can do things and want to do things and be able to be a human the next day after doing things. And I've done these challenges enough time to know when I'm starting to push beyond the level of like good energy and good pushing, good momentum, to the bad place where I'm going to start feeling like burnt out and not like lethargic, sore, not wanting to work on things the next day. So I'm kind of constantly checking in with myself going, am I still on the good side of this? And so today I'm determined to, like, the weather's finally cleared. It's sunny out. I'm definitely going to go for a big long walk in the sunshine today, and then go to the library, do a little bit of work there, and then I'll see how I feel. And if I still feel like writing, I'll write. And if I don't, I won't. I am constantly harping on in the group about how important it is to listen to your body, push yourself, but push yourself in a productive way. Like, I feel like in the same way athletes know when it's like a good kind of sore or they've hurt themselves, like is this muscle I'm flexing getting stronger because I'm working it so hard, or am I going to like not be able to walk for the next 3 days because I've done too many squats? Like it's that kind of thing. And so I think everybody's got to figure out where that line is for themselves. So right now I'm in the kind of still like, yes, I'm flexing this writing muscle and it feels good. But I think I'm definitely going to take the next 3 days off of writing, really rest my hands, and spend a lot of time refueling my creative well after this challenge. So I have a massive TBR, always, don't we all? And so the next few days I'm going to spend reading lots of books, watching lots of TV and movies, spending lots of time with my kids, spending lots of time outdoors, cooking, doing lots of things that are away from a screen, offline as well, and inputting stories back into me now that I feel like I've given so much to the story universe over the last 3 days. Now's the time to refuel that. So that is my plan for the next few days after this. But one more day, we're 2/3 of the way there, and let's see what happens. Let's see if we can make some magic happen today. The third and final day of this challenge. How's everybody doing? Is everybody surviving? My goodness. The last day. I feel like this is when we get silly. This is the loopy time. When we've all started to like lose our minds a little bit. Everything becomes a little bit unhinged. I finished my YouTube live writing sprints. That was really good. I really needed that today. I think that everybody was feeling like a little bit slower to get started today. And so like getting into that was really good. Although I did do 2 sprints in Dream Slayer Book 2 and finished it. and once again finished it at 30K. I think that's just how I fast draft. I fast draft a book to 30K and then build it out from there. There's still a lot to add to it, but I want to have a think about it before I go back to it. So finished that at 30K and then pivoted into my Patreon series. So I've been working on that for the second 2 sprints. And now that story is up to nearly 4,000 words. So I've done like closer to 5,000 for today so far. That was kind of hard to jump from dark fantasy to cozy paranormal like really quickly, but I did it. And it was good. And I feel like it's kind of nice to finish off this challenge in the kind of more rom-com-y pen name because it's a little bit more lighthearted. I find I write it a little bit quicker than the fantasy. So I'm going to be working on that for the rest of the day. I've hit my goal of 34K for this challenge, but now I'm like, it's only midday. So I gotta keep going. I'm gonna go really gently for the rest of the day though. I'm gonna go for a walk, go to the library for a bit, get a little bit of writing done at the library, walk home, have dinner, hang with the fam, and then do a little bit more this evening. And then we'll see what the final word count is for the day. I love just kind of like the fact that all the scaffolding is already there. It's like I've built the house and now I get to decorate it, you know? So I like building the house quickly and now I get to have fun just like moving parts around and making it pretty. So building out the story from there. So that is my plan for today. But man, it has been such a good challenge. Those sprints were fantastic. I really liked doing the YouTube live ones. I think I'll do more in the future because that was really enjoyable. So 34K into the challenge and we'll see how far we can go. The rest is just icing on the cake from here. All right, I'm definitely having a cruisier afternoon. I've walked back from the library. It was crazy hot. It was like 30 degrees, which is like, I don't know, 90 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know, do the math. When I got back, I was so hot and my kiddos were hot, so we ran down to the beach, went for a swim, and now back from that swim, I'm gonna have a shower, get some food, and then I'm gonna hop back in the group and do some writing sprints for a bit, see how much more I can get done for the day, and hopefully end this challenge on a high note. I didn't get that much done at the library. I ended up getting sucked into more admin work, which is such is the way with author life. But I feel like I'm a little over 5K for today, and so I'm going to see if I can still do another 4 to 5 so that I can finish out this challenge at 40K, because I think that would be awesome. But we'll see how much more of my Patreon story I need to do. So I don't know. If I finish it, then I will just stop at whatever that word count is. So running out of stories to tell, which is a good problem to have. But I definitely feel euphoric that I've finished the project that I wanted to get done, and I'm already like getting some extra work in, so which is great. So that is the goal, and we'll see if I can make 40K in 3 days. That would be Wild. But yeah, shower time, dinner time, and then jumping back in the group to finish off the day strong. It is the day after the writing challenge. I have clocked in at 40,713 words in 3 days for this challenge, which feels crazy. That's the most I've ever done in 3 days. That is by far the most I've written ever in 3 days. And I feel like I can reduce it down to 3 reasons why I was able to do that much. One is practice. This is the 5th time I've done this 3-day 30K challenge this year. We're going to have 5 more on next year for people who want to come join us. And I've definitely noticed each challenge just tweaking things, increasing things, doing a little bit more, a little bit better. One of the things I've been reflecting on is that I don't feel like I'm doing more hours each challenge. I'm not spending more hours of work on these challenges than I have the previous ones. I'm getting faster at writing during each sprint. And I think that that's a really important thing to take note of, is that I'm not trying to like extend the hours that I'm working and grind harder. I'm getting more efficient and I'm getting faster at what I'm doing. And it's been something I've been trying to reflect on. Why am I able to do more and more as I go? Why was this challenge so successful? I mean, one of the reasons was that no children got sick. There wasn't any big major weather events. Nothing crazy happened to get in my way. So that was helpful. But beyond that, I would say that it's practice, doing this challenge a lot, getting better at fast drafting, because I feel like it's different than regular writing. Like you can spend years and years writing a little bit each day and never learn how to do this kind of method. It's all about getting rid of the hurdles between your thoughts and your fingers. Like a lot of us naturally have a lot of inner critics. We have a lot of questions about what we're thinking, and the writing comes slower because we're filtering it through all these different lenses before it gets out onto the page. So going straight from like first thought, best thought, right into the story, I think comes easier with the more stories you've written. And the more you've really thought out the story ahead of time. So for me, practicing specifically fast drafting, not just writing, but writing quickly and being more and more confident in my writing so that I can write faster without questioning it. Because this is the first draft. This is not the finished draft. It's going to look very different by the end. Pretty much every sentence will have changed somewhat from beginning to end as I reflect on it and add more theming and change some of the verbiage and words. So it will look different in the end. The other reason that I think this challenge went so well was because this is the longest I've spent thinking about a project before I started writing it. And I think all of that lead-in time really helped me get the story going quickly. I don't think I could have done it this fast if I was pantsing, meaning like discovery writing, meaning I didn't know what was coming next in the story. I could probably get away with some of it, but a lot of the finer details would have required me to like go think about it before coming back to the story. And I think all of that thinking time would have taken away from the writing time. So because this book was the second book in a fantasy series that I've been thinking about for many, many years, it meant I'd been thinking about the plot and taking notes and kind of giving myself the concept of the story. I've been rehearsing it in my head for a long time before I started jumping in. Forcing myself not to start writing on it for so long had me like really like chomping at the bit to like get going on this story. So when it was time to go, I was like really ready to go. I knew exactly what I wanted to write. And even though there was a lot of surprises within the kind of scaffolding that I'd given myself, like each scene was only one sentence of a note of like, this roughly is what's going to happen in each scene. I knew the trajectory of where I was going. So it gave me like a good sense of, right, okay, I know what I need to do. And so because I had that plan, I was able to really like go confidently and quickly into each scene. So that really helped me get a lot of words done this weekend. And even then, jumping into the new project that I finished this writing challenge doing. So I did 30,000 words on Dreamslayer Book 2 and 10,000 words on a new Patreon project. That Patreon project, I had just had a Zoom call recently with my co-author to brainstorm, so we knew exactly what the tone of that was going into it too. So I was able to very like quickly pivot into that. And fortunately, because I have two pen names, I've had a lot of practice jumping back and forth between the two. So I was able to do that and then clock in another 10,000 words on the final day, which was awesome. But the third, and I think one of the biggest reasons I was able to do so much this challenge was because of the group. 3-Day 30K Writing Challenge Discord group has grown so much over this year since I started the first challenge in like May, was it? April, May? Bananas. Like I started it thinking there was maybe 5 of us who were crazy enough, who wanted to do this challenge together and see how much writing we could get done in 3 days. And now there's like over 500 people in this group. And they're just like the best people too. Like they're all so kind and encouraging and cheering each other on and sharing tips and sharing their struggles. And it's just like a really great vibe of a community in this group. And so that energy really carries me each time. And also I think because I created this challenge and created this group, I feel not a sense of pressure, but like almost responsibility to like do my best and try my hardest at these challenges, because I want to be kind of like setting an example, a kind of like an aspirational goal for the rest of the people of what is possible and what can be achieved over time and practice and doing lots of these challenges. Because mind you, I've been doing these a lot longer than the official challenge has been created. I really almost wanted to kind of set a aspirational pace for people so that, you know, like if I was kind of being lethargic and, you know, negative and not really like giving my all to it, like then that's going to kind of permeate into the whole group group energy. And I didn't want people to feel like sad or defeated or, you know, like kind of down on themselves. And so for me, I really felt like this extra push. I feel like that's a good hack for everyone with ADHD. I think like when you feel like this sense of you can't let the team down, sort of, not that I think if life happened, I don't think it would let them down if I needed to stop or take a break or like honor my body and my brain if I was feeling burnt out. But knowing that other people are working hard makes me want to work hard. And so that feeling of doing it together really pushed me to go a lot harder than I would have done and kept my brain working faster, which was the biggest thing. So yeah, now I feel like every time I think I have met the limit of what I am capable of, I keep pushing beyond it, and it's very exciting. So, you know, who knows what the next challenge will hold for us. The next one we are doing in January, and I'm very excited to see how that one goes. Who knows what the year will hold ahead, but this was such a great way to cap off the 2025 writing challenges, and I'm really proud of the effort that I put into this. And yeah, it was just a fantastic challenge overall. So if you want to come join us and get some writing done over the course of 3 days during 5 different challenges next year, feel free to come join us in the Discord group. It's been really fun and really inspirational for me, and it might be for you too if you have a neurospicy brain or just want to get some writing done in a group of very nice people. Otherwise, thank you for coming on this journey with me. It has been such a joy to share my process and what it's like writing for me in my brain with other people. So I hope you found it helpful and inspirational to you on your writing journey as well. And happy writing, friends.